Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Pana'Gringo. That's right, the podcast for living in Panama. My name is Austin Hess, COO and lead relocation specialist with Panama Real Estate Relocation. And I have a very special guest with me here today. Yes, the mayor of Panama City. He's here. His name is Mayer Mizrachi. Mayer, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. And we got a fern between us.
We got a friend, a fern between us. That should be the name of the podcast.
A fern between us, not in between two ferns,
That's
but a
right.
fern between us.
That's
I
right.
like it.
That's right.
Obviously you're the mayor of the city, and you're doing a great deal of awesome things. And I want to talk about all these great things. But I think that a lot of people miss the you.
Yeah.
And so I want to know about you.
I appreciate
it. What are your interests? What are your hobbies? What does the mayor do when he's not being the mayor?
Not much different than before I was mayor. And that's, for me, one of the most important parts. It's like the people that get into office, they kind of change. Like office, the seat will change them. Power will change people. So like for me, it's important that when people call me mayor, I'm like, no. Call me Mayer by my first name. Call me by my name, which is...
Pretty close.
It's pretty close, right? Campaign would have been in the U.S., anywhere in an English-speaking country would have been hysterical. Mayor Mayer. So I'm a nerd. I'm a gamer. I still game. I do streams from less so than before, but I started streaming when I was in the pandemic, as a lot of people. I love going to the freaking movies, man. If it's sci-fi specifically, I'm into sci-fi more than ever because it's so far removed from reality that I don't have to think about it.
Of course.
Right? So like you go watch Avatar or Star Wars.
But could it be real?
And it's like, okay, that's never going to happen, which I love it. But then you take me to watch, I don't know. So someone recommended me a series the other day on Netflix. Said, you got to watch The Diplomat. It's about the U.S. ambassador in Britain, and then she becomes a vice president. I'm like, do you think I need more politics in my life? How is
that could happen.
The whole purpose of, chill, Netflix and chill, beyond the chill part, is also the chill part, where you chill.
And get out of your mind.
Yeah. I try and do nothing as much as I can because I need to regenerate. When I'm out, and I'm talking to people, and I'm hanging around, and I'm doing, physical labor with my team, it can be very exhausting. And listening and hearing to people, you give, and everyone wants a piece of you.
And there's a lot of energy.
Yeah, like even if they're just asking for a picture, everyone's asking for something. So you need to find a way to regenerate. There's no guidebook, there's no manual on this. You just got to figure out what works for you.
Of course.
I'm Jewish, but I'm not religious. I don't keep the Sabbath. But I've now learned the wisdom and the whole purpose of Sabbath, which is you regenerate. So on Saturdays, I actually tend to disconnect. So I'll use my phone, but I'll disconnect from social media and work. And having that space to not be always on call. And just regenerate
your time.
Your will, your energy is critical. Especially in social media. I mean, I get thousands of messages a day. And there's no team looking at them. It's just me. I don't let anyone.
Gary Vaynerchucking it, huh?
I mean, the minute you give people, a staff, access to your social media, then it's not you who's responding. And people are talking to Mayer.
No, of course, 100%.
So it's the one thing that I've never changed also. No one touches my social media. No one. No one's got access to it. So
I do the same on mine, but I think with the businesses,
it's different.
I've come to, and it was very difficult.
Yeah.
But, letting go of some of those things, know, and knowing that you have a team and I've seen you, obviously when you first started out, even before I think were running for mayor. I just remember seeing on social media that you're putting these plants in the potholes, and I was like, dude, this guy is so awesome. What a great way to put your name on the map,
I mean, that's how it's
kind of how you fell into it, no?
That's how I fell into this. the first thing I did was put a beautiful plant on a pothole, and I decorated it with like picket fence and everything. And I said, this is like our garden now. So it's not a bug, it's a feature.
And it's not going to hurt your car anymore.
Right. And then, that kind of got old after the second time when I put a Christmas tree, and then people came to decorate it, which was fucking great. And I said, guys, I'm Jewish. I don't know how to decorate a Christmas tree, but guess what? You can do it. So people would come and they would decorate it, and they would bring gifts and light it up and then put like fake snow on it. It was hysterical. After the second time, it kind of got old because I'm like, okay, what is the purpose of this?
Yeah, of course.
Beyond the likes, which is, okay, good.
But it was to bring attention, though. I mean, you definitely brought the attention to the problem.
But if it's not solving the problem,
Yeah, of course.
My goal...
Then you started filling them with cement, right?
Then I actually started fixing the potholes. Because I realized, well, if they're not going to do it and it costs me $300 every time I want to change a popped tire, it's cheaper for me to actually fix a freaking pothole.
And help my neighbor.
Right. Except at one point, I remember fixing a pothole, and I live in Punta Pacifica. And it's a, pretty... wealthy neighborhood, upper east side kind of people, at least, And they all drive nice cars, and this lady drives by in a Lexus, and she says, "Oh my God, thank you so much for fixing that. You're so amazing. I got another pothole right in front of my building. Do you think you can fix that one for me?" And I'm like, "Oh my, are you freaking kidding me? You're driving in a freaking Lexus. I am a citizen just like you. Why don't you fix it?"
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm trying to set an example. So, yeah, I kind of
It didn't fully work, but it did work, though. You're the mayor now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and I still do it. And I still fix potholes, and I love doing it.
Now you fix a lot of potholes.
Yeah, even though, again, believe it or not, in the city of Panama, which doesn't work like any other municipality, the city hall, the mayor, is not supposed to be fixing roads. Or it actually doesn't have the legal ability to either fix holes or pick up trash, for example, or like water. That is done by the central government, by a specific authority. So when we're fixing the potholes, if I don't communicate this well, I could be making somebody else look bad in the central government. You see?
Of course.
So I'm very delicate in using this not as a way to make people look bad, but as a compliment to the efforts that they already do. Here we are complimenting the good work that the Ministry of Public Works is doing. Here we are trying to help putting our little little granito de arena, they call it, because there could be a lot of egos involved in politics, big time.
Oh, always, everywhere.
Big time, bro.
Now, I know we will both love politics so much, but let's talk about some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
I see on your social media, you're always traveling around this country. Yeah. I've been a big, ever since I stepped foot in this country almost 14 years ago, and my first friend took me over to Bocas del Toro, and I was just blown away. And then I went to San Blas, and then I went to the Pro Islands, and then Boquete, and it was just like, oh my gosh, this place is so small with so many incredible different adverse areas.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's Meyer's favorite place in Panama to go?
It's Bocas.
Bocas del Toro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, right?
So my mom's Jamaican. So I grew up, great part of my life I spent in Jamaica. And for me, when I go to Bocas, it's like Jamaican Panama.
Yep, it is.
It's got this Caribbean vibe. Everyone speaks patois. Don't spoil the island, my people. Bocas del Toro. And yeah, I mean, they got a... It's, if you ask me, honestly, I think Bocas del Toro has the most unique, I think San Blas is pretty special, but it can't be developed. Can't be,
it can't be developed, and it doesn't have all the attractions there.
Right. So Bocas del Toro, if you ask me, is the one unique tourism product that the country has that differentiates itself from everything that exists in the region. The region. So, like, I'm very bullish on Bocas. The last time I was there,
Well, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, it's literally like you're in a movie.
yeah.
Taxi boats driving everywhere, lots of loud music, great food.
The one thing it needs to take off is a good airport.
Yeah. Well, and we're getting close, I think, right?
I hope so.
I mean, there's a lot of talk.
I mean, I hope so. You got to fix the infrastructure like sewage and the roads, but if you don't, there's a chicken and egg problem.
Yeah.
They would say, you don't have the traffic to warrant the investment, but you don't make the investment, and therefore you're not going to generate the traffic.
True.
You got to be able to appreciate the intrinsic value on this piece of paradise that you have going here. Not just from a eco perspective, but from a social perspective also. The blend of how expats and foreigners live hand in hand with the locals in Bocas is just beautiful. It's amazing.
No, of course. Well, and I love this, and I know that it would open up the whole area so much more. But then, when I talk to investors that are looking to buy resorts and bring down, a yoga retreat, for example.
Yeah.
And I say, they're all big on that, like, oh, when's the airport going to become an international airport? I said, well, listen, like, before I got to Panama, I was very ignorant on Panama. I didn't know much about Panama. And when I flew into Panama City, I was just like, what in the world? Like, I got on the wrong plane. I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, I literally thought I went to the wrong country.
Yeah.
And I love the aspect of, yes, you're going to lose a day or two in your travels, but I do love that people come to the city first and have that OMG factor because our city is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, the skyline and flying into this place and then going to Casco.
Yeah.
But, of course, people that live there or the people that own the hotels, they definitely see the huge value in having direct flights coming right in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the mayor of the city. It's in my interest that people come here, not Bocas, right?
Of course.
But I'm really speaking
logical,
out of,
too.
I'm really speaking out of the interest, the objective interest of how to maximize the potential that piece of paradise has. Whenever you do the airport, I don't think it is going to... The mistake would be to go in the Jamaica way of building tourism, which is all-inclusive hotels, big all-inclusive hotels all over. No.
I don't think we'll ever have that. Thank God.
It's not that. It's what there already is, but more.
Yeah.
And better.
And there's a lot of people
coming
coming
and more competitive
right now.
because today it's very expensive, not just for foreigners, for locals to go to Bocas. If a Panamanian wants to enjoy his own country,
It's either the bus for 10 hours.
It's cheaper for him to go to Medellin, to another country, than to his own. Everyone makes this argument. They're not wrong.
Yeah, they're not
Also,
wrong.
the quality of the flight you're taking to Medellin, which is cheaper, is different.
Yes.
Because the Air Panama flights or the smaller charter flights, they're not up to par to a 737.
No, it's different.
Yep.
And that's the big thing is that you'll at least be able to take the big planes in. I mean, even the local Panamanians and expats like myself, I mean, when we're going over to Boquete, you fly into David.
Yeah.
Yes, you could take Air Panama, or you go to the Tucumán International
There you
Airport
go.
and you jump on a Copa flight.
different
And
experience.
you see a lot of people doing that these days.
Yeah. There is a charm to it, as you said. Like getting on these little small airplanes and going.
There's a charm to it.
There's a charm to it, and that's why you could make the argument that's why it's so undiscovered, and pristine and beautiful. Maybe that's it.
And it gives that wow factor. I mean, and speaking of, one of my biggest things is quality of life here. And I think a lot of our audience that watches this, I mean, yes, probably 40, 50% are living here in Panama, some Panamanians and expats. But for you, what do you see as some of the highlights of the quality of life?
I was recently, because of the recent turmoil in social media that I saw around the mayoral elections in New York, I immediately jumped on the bandwagon. I'm like, hey, whomever isn't happy with the results, come to Panama. I don't care what your reasons are, but Panama's open, and it's cheaper than Miami.
Of course.
And we're dollarized. The quality of life
Amongst a lot of other things.
Exactly. So
it's an open, like people say, what can I do there? Then I'm like, do you got paints and paintbrushes? Because it's an open canvas. Come down here and paint.
I love hearing the perspective or the feedback from foreigners that live in Panama, because Panamanians sometimes, because we grew up around this, we sometimes take for granted what other people what other people appreciate. So like, why Panama? I can understand why you came. Why did you stay?
Of course.
I think that's what Panamanians
I mean,
need to
there's so many things. I mean, it's a quality of life. It's like safety, number one.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. No, number one is the weather. I mean, I come from the Pacific Northwest, and like, it's freezing cold in most of the year. And
Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle, Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
Okay.
When I first got here and it was summertime, I came in January 14 years ago, and
Yeah.
I had some Panamanian friends who were like, "You just wait till rainy season." I started freaking out, like, "What's this rainy season you're talking about? I hate the
monsoon.
rain."
What is it? Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not
It's
bad.
like,
It's not bad.
usually 10, 30 minutes of rain in the
Yeah.
afternoon. You maybe have 25, 30 days of full days of rain here in the city.
Yeah.
It's like Hawaii, and it's always
Huh.
warm. It's always
Yeah.
warm. Like this country never gets cold. I mean, yes, you can get cooler weather in Boquete
Yeah.
or Altos del Maria or Cerro Azul or Volcan, but it doesn't get like cold. I mean, you got to go to the top of the mountain to, Peru to get like cold.
Yeah, the Panamanian Alps.
Panamanian
Boquete.
Alps.
I
Which is
went
gorgeous. Have you been there?
snowboarding at Boquete.
No.
I'm not kidding. You can find that on my social media.
What, on the sledding hill?
I just picked up I took all my snowboarding gear. I couldn't leave the country. And all my friends went skiing, and I'm like, hey, don't worry. I'm going to go skiing myself this weekend. And I took my snowboarding gear, my helmet, my overalls, everything, bro. And I was walking around the bridge in Boquete, and you would see these American tourists that were like, what's wrong with this guy? And I'm like, great
Snow's
snow
coming.
today, huh? Great snow. It was hysterical.
That's awesome.
I like to make fun of the fact that, Panama wants, that's why I call it the Panamanian Alps. It's like, no. It's higher end than just Boquete. It's the Panamanian Alps.
Well, it's like, there's so much, there's awesomeness in Boquete. I love Boquete.
it's
I wish we
really
had a
nice.
little bit of snow, but hey.
I was actually planning on going on the 28th. I know the 28th is a day off. So I was thinking of going to Boquete for the weekend. I haven't been in forever. In
Yeah, it's a
over
great
2
place.
years.
Now,
It's quaint.
I want to go back to your post about the New York, because I lived in New York for a short term of my life, but I
Okay.
really liked New York.
I love it. I just came from New York.
But
It was
what,
awesome. I love it.
Since you brought it up, though,
Yeah.
because you in your post, you're like, you listed some things, we're pro-business. Like,
Yeah.
people that are thinking about, like, there's people, like, I have clients here right now
Yeah.
that I've gone out to dinner with, walking on the Cinco Costero, which is my favorite place in the city. I hear you're doing big things out there. I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
But like, in your eyes, I have a bunch of points of view, but in your eyes, what makes Panama City better than New York City?
I don't think Panama is comparable to New York. We're very different. New York
Very different,
we have a colonial city, we have a jungle, we have an ocean, and we have a metropolis all in less than 3 square kilometers. Miles. There's not a lot of cities in the world that have that. Most cities just have one of those. Yeah, New York has the high rises,
Yep.
and it's got some ocean front. Okay, fine. But do you have a blast to the past like Casco Viejo? You don't.
You don't.
You don't have.
And you don't have the jungle in your
you don't
backyard.
have the-
You can't
the
go see
jungle.
monkeys in the Panama Canal.
So it's these are two very different products.
Of course.
I lived in New York. I love New York. I really do. And I think New York is greater than any one politician. So New York is going to be fine. But in the process, there will be changes.
Of course.
And, some people don't agree with the political views of its new mayor-elect. And for those people that are looking to move out, hey, Panama's here, bro.
Come on.
Look at Panama.
We're ready to help you down. Come on down.
Yeah. This is a melting pot of people. This is a capitalist, pro-business society, center, right-leaning governments, and it's indiscriminate to any race or religion.
Or sexual preference. We
or
have a lot of
sexual
homosexual
preference.
gentlemen
Yes.
that are coming down, and
100
they're like,
listen.
I know it's a real Catholic, community. Are we going to be okay? I'm like, bro, I come from the fashion industry. I'm a straight man, but like, I have had gay friends my whole adult life, and it's like, you're going to be fine down here. This is a great place.
Panama is a special place, and I think, again, if I could ever give anything to every one Panamanian equally, is a ticket to anywhere they want. Go anywhere else in the world.
So they see how lucky they are?
Exactly.
Because this place is heaven on earth. I mean, it really is.
But it's really hard for you to appreciate your lawn when
you
you've
know
never
it,
seen your neighbors.
Of course.
I understand that. So
it makes it difficult. So I did mention the Cinta Costera.
yeah.
I love the Cinta Costera. I mean, I'm literally out on this beautiful element of Panama City
Yeah.
every single morning.
Okay.
And sometimes in the afternoons. Like, I love it that much. That's where I go to put on my Joe Dispenza and just zone out and get my mindfulness and recuperate. I hear some big things are happening out there. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean...
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can. I mean,
Are we getting a Ferris wheel?
Listen, I think a Ferris wheel is definitely plausible.
Investors?
The idea here is that the government can fill that hole that we have there.
It's where the yacht club is, right?
The yacht club, yeah.
Great.
You know, we're in talks with the central government to actually put this together. And the city and the government of Panama create a beautiful, transformative project. And when the time is right, I don't want to jump the gun on this. When the time is right, I think people are going to get very excited for what's being proposed. It's going to be really nice. I can talk about something else that's also going to happen in Ciudad Costera, which is the fish market.
What's going to happen at the fish market?
Well, the fish market is the most popular market in the country.
Yeah.
So it's also the most attractive to tourists. So we are proposing, one of the problems that the fishermen and the operators inside the fish market have is that, well, they have this dock that can only be used in high tide.
Yeah.
So they're like, we need a new dock. But like, okay, the new dock has to be all the way over there, and the market's over here. By the time the fish gets here, it's already gotten rotten or gotten plucked out by seabirds or pooped on or rained on. So I think we got to move the fish market to a closer location to the sea, and there's space. And we're looking at something that is going to be beautiful. I don't do anything on my own. I work hand in hand with the central government as much as I can to get as much done, so that anything I want to do can be done faster and greater because they're involved. So I love teamwork, and I don't care who gets the credit as long as it gets done. And I love giving them the credit because I want them to do well. They do well, we all do well. So that's a project we're working with the Ministry of Tourism.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be freaking awesome. And I'm telling you, I think
Panama is like we're right there. Like, it's happening right now. I mean, I see it because obviously I'm working with people that want to move here. Like, that's my company.
Yeah.
My company brings people here. We help people relocate, find real estate, attorneys, move their dogs down, whatever. And there's a lot of people coming down. A lot. Like, this whole year has just been insane.
My role as a mayor is create a more cohesive operating system for the city and be that and spearhead that courtship that you're doing. So you can trust on me and City Hall for any such efforts that you guys do to attract people. Hey, come to Panama. That's what I do when I go to the Grammys and say, hey, come do the Grammys in Panama, or do this, or come visit Panama. I'm bullish.
Big congratulations on that. I mean, what did you bring? What was
Those were
award
the
festival?
precursors. That's the precursor to the Latin Grammys.
I mean, that was huge.
It was
and very successful.
Premios Juventud by Univision, and in fact, on Thursday next week is the Latin Grammys, and I'm going to be going not to the event. I don't really like this show per se, but I'm going to go see them and have that meeting and say, I told you last year that we could do it. Now these are the results. Are you ready? Let's do it in 2028.
I like it.
You know,
okay.
and so you know.
Well, someone's gonna dream big. At least there's a guy like you that can make it happen.
We gotta, and you know that's the opportunity. When you're talking about this being a blank canvas, that's what it is.
Yeah.
If
Start
you can
painting.
dream
Let's
big,
have fun.
Yeah, you can do a lot in this country. It's left to be done. We need more dreamers and executioners, visionaries. We need that.
I love it. Well, I appreciate you coming on again.
Thank you, man.
It's been an absolute pleasure being able to talk to you about what you're doing here in the city. I mean, there's a million other things that you're doing. We love it all. I'm super appreciative. I know that the people out there that are looking at Panama and the people that live here, and of course, your fellow Panamanians, all love what you're doing. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being in Panama and promoting our city and our country.
Absolutely. I'm a Pana'Gringo. Come on.
Pana'Gringo.
Well, guys, I appreciate you joining us on this episode. Remember, if you enjoyed this episode, share this video on your Facebook page or any other social medias that you use. And of course, if you're looking at moving down to Panama and you want assistance, go to dopanama.com. We love helping people find the way here in Panama, or stop by our headquarter office located inside the Waldorf Astoria Hotel on level P, or just inside the front doors of the Hilton Hotel. We also have an information desk. Again, thank you for joining us on this episode of Pana'Gringo. Until next time, ciao.